Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to the Mary D Talk Show. Hello. As I've often said, it is a beautiful Monday, and it is. Oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous outside. So if you haven't been outside, take a walk out there and just get that fresh air and just let it fill your lungs and feel that sun. Those of you, I'm speaking of people in Southern California, but if you're somewhere else, I don't know. I'm hoping the weather is nice wherever you are. I'd like to welcome you to the Mary D Talk Show. Just excited about the show today. Hello, Antonio. I see. I just welcome you to the show. Hi, Antonio. Hi. Hello, hello. Don't forget to tell your mom I said hi now. Okay. Tell it. Hi, Lori. Want to welcome you all to the show. Want to also say, I was just going to say yes to tell all of you about our executive producer, Oliver Welch. Hi, babe. Behind the scenes, he is making sure that the show is everything that you want it to be and everything that it can be. And of course, like anything else, it's evolving. We go. Sometimes we have speakers, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we have a topic. Just so many different things. I mean, we have in the last few days, think about we're literally witnessing history. We're living history, and that alone is something that's rare if you really think about it. But everything that we're seeing today, our children and grandchildren will read about in a textbook. That's really how it is. Um, so I remember when I was growing up, and I remember the day. Think about this: the day John F. Kennedy was assassinated. I'm going to tell you why I remember that day. The teachers left their classrooms. Think about this. They were walking around crying and everything. It was kind of scary as a child because we really didn't know what happened. But all the teachers were just hugging each other. And I remember they let us go home. Think about this elementary school. They let the whole school out. At that time, most of the parents evidently must have been home, is what it amounts to. But it still was a time where they told the kids they have to go home, and that's because no teacher could function. Now, I don't know. I don't think that's the case now, but I just know that we're living history, and this is a history we will never forget. Um, I remember where I was when different things have happened in our country, and I still remember where I was and what I was doing when those things happened, because they're just etched in your mind. So, um, as you know, the history that we're living through now is we have um, we have a candidate for president, and they've just been convicted of 34 felonies. That's never happened in the history of this country. Um, we have the son of a president, who is going to be going on trial. That's never happened in this country. So it's some nevers coming. So it just really tells you something that's like a different wind is blowing. Because I remember when I was growing up, I used to think that if you had enough money, you didn't have to go to court. I actually thought that. That tells you, I literally thought that. Now, some people may say, oh, that doesn't sound like that's real. It sounded real to me at that time. I really did believe that. So, but let me first welcome you, our live viewers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And welcome you, our replay viewers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to tell you, it matters. I cannot tell you, people tell me, they're like, I turn your show on when I'm watching and, washing the dishes or whatever. I never know all this, by the way, of course. But to hear people respond that way, it touches my heart. Because I know that you got lives, you know what I mean? So it makes a difference. So I want to thank you, our live viewers, and thank you, our replay viewers. I'm just so happy to have you. Thank you for being here. I'd like to thank you, our sponsors, which is number one sponsor is the Idea Club, has been here since day one. Day one. Then we also have uh, Front Page Publishing, still sponsoring. First Book Academy, still sponsoring. I mean, we have sponsors, so I'm grateful and thankful. If you like to sponsor, you can send an email to Mary at Mary D. Welch. I said that kind of fast. Mary, Mary, at AT, Mary D. Welch. You can send me an email. Let me put my email in there so you guys it's on here somewhere, where you can always send me an email there. Let me tell you that now. I check that every day to stay in touch. And I have another email, but I'm trying to, oh, here we go. There it is. Now, you can always send me an email there. If you want to talk to me about anything, if you're interested in being a guest on the show, anything, just send me an email there and we can talk, go from there. Okay. So Mary D. Welch, you want to definitely do that. Also, just doing this, the housekeeping, and then to go over that. I mentioned to you a new book coming out. It'll come out digitally first and as a Kindle book, and then it'll come out paperback later. So I'll let you know if it does. If you're not already on the email list, please just send your name, Mary at Mary D. Welch, and you can become a part of the email list, and you'll know exactly when that book launches. As I said before, it'll be a Kindle book first. And so it'll be less than $5 for that book. And then it'll be a paperback book probably about a month later. But the Kindle always costs less. Let me just tell you that now. So and the title of that book is When I Was on the Moon. I'll say that again. The title of the book is When I Was on the Moon. So When I Was on the Moon, that's the title. And it's a little girl and she's on the moon. She's putting her flag on the moon. First book that has a little black girl on the cover. So I'm really excited about that. Now, so ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to introduce to you our guest for today. I'm really excited about this guest. We've been talking for a while, and what she's going to talk about is interesting to me because I've been hearing about it, but I haven't even had an opportunity to play yet. But I've heard so much about pickleball, tennis. I have played pickleball. I have not played, but I'm going to introduce her because when I tell you, you're talking about coach extraordinaire. Coach to the stars, plays with the stars. So, I mean, just with the celebrities, you name it, she's done it. And she's even an author. I mean, so many things that I'm so proud of her. But I'm going to read to you some, so you know a little bit about her. She's the author of the book, Never Limit Yourself. She's also, which I'm going to have her hold up for you. So if you'd like to get a copy, you can. And her book is at Barnes & Noble, which discusses people and organizations working together in life as well as pickleball and tennis. She's also a celebrity pickleball and tennis coach that travels nationwide and internationally. Wow. She's a summer coaching at the country clubs in the Hamptons in New York and Martha's Vineyard. Pickleball coach at the Marriott Resort includes the Ritz-Carlton and Emerald Resorts, previously at Revel Country Club, Jocelyn Center, and Banning Community Center. She plays a number of professional pickleball tournaments, such as Margaritaville. She's assistant coach at Fullerton Community College men's tennis team. She was at men's tennis team from 2010 to 2011 in Fullerton. Tennis professional at La Mirada, California for over 10 years. In addition to that, she's also been a mobile tennis servicing Los Angeles and Orange counties, Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Pasadena, Irvine, Buena Park, La Mirada, Pasadena, Bel Air, La Habra, Newport Beach, and more. Wow. And additionally, she plays a number of professional, I went back and set it up. She's a head coach of Burton High School boys tennis team from 2007-2008 season in San Francisco. She was the Youth Tennis Advantage coach 2003 to 2006, the University of California, Berkeley. She traveled the Grand Slam tournaments and several other major tournaments, instructed and competed with elite tennis athletes such as WTA and ATP players, tennis organizer for 2026 Olympic Games in Atlanta, Georgia, Spelman College assistant coach 1995-1996 Atlanta, Georgia, coach for 1995 US Open Tennis Championships, Arthur Ashe Kids Day, and several other years. Highly ranked in Alabama and Southern regions, and elite competitors in collegiate tennis. She has a certifications, a Bachelor's of Science, and a doctorate degrees. She has USPTA, which is United States Professional Tennis Association, United States Professional Tennis Registry, United States Tennis Association Certified Tennis Official, United States professional pickleball coach with USPTR and USPTA. She's a USPTA, a member of the United States Pickleball Association, and a member of the United States Tennis Association. Wow, 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 wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like for you to welcome to the show today, Linda Paulding. Linda, are you there?
Yes, I am. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have
Thank
you
you.
today. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here on the Mary Welch Show. The fabulous, the infamous Mary Welch. Thank
Well,
you,
I'm gonna tell
guys.
you,
I am so excited. Thank you
I'm
so
reading
much
your.
for inviting me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm reading your accolades, and I had read them over before, but as I'm reading them, I'm like, wow. I'm saying, wow, wow. That is, I mean, you have really made your mark in this field. You
Well,
really.
yes, I've been. I grew up in Alabama, and I actually started playing tennis. Oh my gosh, I'm going to tell my age here in a little bit, but I started actually playing tennis over 30 some years ago,
Okay.
and it's just been onward. But pickleball in the past, I would say 6 to 7 years I've been coaching pickleball, but been in tennis forever. I played college tennis for Tuskegee University and
Wow.
on to the University of Alabama, which is in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Tuskegee, of course, is in Tuskegee, Alabama. So I've been out there a long time, and it
Yeah.
has been so rewarding for me. I love both sports,
Mhm.
and that's why I wrote the book Never Limit Yourself, and have a picture of a pickleball paddle
Okay.
and a tennis racket.
I saw that on the cover. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And then my subtitles, Let's All Work Together. And that's what it's all about for me, because I teach both sports. I play both sports, and I'm excited to be here to talk about those sports and what's going on currently in terms of the very, very, very popular sport of pickleball. But of course, as we know, tennis has its own rights and popularity as well.
Right. Honestly, for me, my husband plays, he's a tennis player. That's Oliver's really, I mean, he's very good. One of our very first dates, we went and he told me he played tennis, but I really didn't know. So we went and played tennis. I literally fell out on the court. I was,
Oh, okay.
he,
Okay.
he ran me around that court, and he's standing in one place, and and I
Oh,
said, "Oh,
gosh.
you really do play tennis?" I haven't played since that day.
Oh, that was your first time and last time, right?
And what? I don't think
Oh
I
my God.
listened to it. I said, I don't think we played since. I don't think we have. I think I just wanted to see if he was just saying he played tennis, or did he really play? He really plays tennis. He really
Yes.
does
Well,
play.
pickleball is a lot easier. The court is smaller, and
Right.
you're playing with a wiffle ball and a paddle. So pickleball, first off, in terms of the popularity of pickleball,
Yes.
a lot of time people ask me constantly, why pickleball is so popular? Why now? What? Actually, pickleball was discovered in 1965 on Bainbridge Island, which is, you had to take the ferry boat to the Bainbridge Island from Seattle, Washington. So
Okay.
pickleball started in 1965, Mary, but it was dormant for years. But
Right.
pickleball gained its popularity about the time that I got involved, around 2017, 18.
Wow.
uh, Pickleball. But in the past several years, because you have persons like LeBron James and
Yes.
Denny Brady, many of them purchased, Mary, major league pickleball teams, which at that time was about $1 million. Pickleball became very, very popular. When people
Yeah.
talk about the power of celebrities, the power of celebrities actually made pickleball very popular. So I say this is 2024.
Uh-huh.
Pickleball became popular. They purchased those major league pickleball teams somewhere at the latter part of 22 and into 23. So
Wow.
that's when pickleball became very, very popular.
Okay.
Mhm.
When they I don't even know when they purchase a team, what does a team consist of? How many people are we talking about that's on a team?
Usually they are no more than about five or six,
That's
and
what
they're going to have. they're going to have usually about 3 men and 3 women. And what happened is they're going to play the team concept. That means they're going to play each other as a team. Whereas if you're watching the U.S. Open, it's not a team concept. If Venus Serena or Nadal or Roger Federer are playing, they are playing to receive that individual title, that
Right.
$1 million or more for themselves, not as a team. The team concept of pickleball, because it's so much fun,
Mm-hmm.
pickleball is a combination of 3 sports, Mary,
Okay.
and being that it's number one is tennis because it looks like baby tennis.
It
If
does.
you're looking at because of the court and the court size,
Right.
and you're looking at the net and all, it looks like baby tennis.
Right.
So tennis in terms of technique and actually hitting the ball,
Uh-huh.
and then ping pong because it is a paddle. We've taken a sport that's a ping pong paddle and taking it out to play lawn tennis.
Right.
Okay. And then the court is much smaller. It's a badminton size court. So it's
Uh-huh.
much smaller than you can actually, Mary, take one tennis court and turn it into 4 pickleball courts.
Wow.
And so many recreational parks, country clubs, and all, they saw the numbers, and they can make lots of money if there are more people playing.
Right.
So therefore, that's another reason why pickleball has gained such popularity. It's an
Wow.
easier sport to learn.
Uh-huh.
Tennis, people normally take tennis lessons for a number of years.
They do.
They're constantly taking tennis lessons.
Uh-huh.
Pickleball, most people go out and say, well, my cousin taught me or my uncle. I said, but if you really want to know how to play pickleball, you need to come to me. So when they really sort of really get serious about pickleball, then
Uh-huh.
that's when they actually come to a pickleball coach, because they can learn what the game is all about. But
Right.
initially, many people are just coming out playing for fun. And that's okay too. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
whatever they need to do to enjoy the sport. And that's another reason why pickleball has gained its popularity in such short period of time, and so many people are playing pickleball, is because you don't have to take so many lessons and be so good. It has a short learning curve.
Right.
So I
Right.
think that is huge for many people, because a lot of people, Mary, they just want to come out and have fun. They're not
They
interested in
do.
playing for college. Or when
Uh-huh.
I first started teaching pickleball, Mary,
Uh-huh.
I actually started teaching pickleball in Palm Springs. That was my
Okay.
first place. Started. I taught a little bit in Los Angeles, but there wasn't any place to really coach pickleball. The
Okay.
pickleball first started and gained its popularity somewhat around 2017, 18.
Right.
And at that time, most of the people, Mary, that were playing pickleball were anywhere. My clients anywhere was about 70, 80 years old, a few in their 90s,
Okay.
a
Okay.
good number of 60s and 50s. But
Right.
as we know now, in
It's
current
everybody.
2024, you'll find 8-year-old playing pickleball.
You
But
do.
pickleball started with mature people,
Okay.
okay, and
Let's get on this
especially
here.
places like resorts like Palm Springs, San
Right.
Diego,
Right.
places in the Hamptons, places that are, of course, Palm, I would say Florida
Right.
and Palm Beach and different places like that.
Now,
That's where
is it an
it actually
Olympic
gained its
game?
popularity.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Is it an Olympic competition?
Not at this point.
Okay.
Pickleball just gained its popularity, really, really became popular, Mary, I would say about 2.5 years ago. And there
Okay.
are quite a number of people like, pickle who? Pickle what? And so, but
You're not
pickleball
saying
gained
that
its
now.
uh-huh.
Mm-mm.
Pickleball
Mm-mm.
is, and
Mm-mm.
people say, what's the name?
Mm-mm.
Why, where did you get the name of pickleball from? There were 3 families on Bainbridge Island in Seattle, Washington, around the 1965, that discovered pickleball. They had a badminton-sized court, and
Uh-huh.
that's how they started. They started pickleball, and there were dogs there. And one dog in particular, he used to run after the wiffle ball. He loved them. The wiffle ball has little holes in it. He
Right.
has like just about 40, 50 little holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the name come from. That our understanding, there is some controversy a little bit at times about the name, but it appeared that the name came from one of the dogs named Pickle. And so they named the sport pickleball. He used to run out
Oh,
and collect all the balls.
oh, that's I didn't know where the name came from. I didn't know
Uh-huh.
somebody was eating a pickle. Or I didn't know where the name.
Yes, it came from the dog, my understanding. But there are some other versions of it, but it seemed to be the consensus of many of us that that's probably where it did come from.
All right. Now your interest, because you started in tennis.
Uh-huh.
So who introduced pickleball to you?
It's a good point, Mary. I was attending a certification of tennis professionals. Those of us who are certified in tennis, we have to have a continuing education, just like lawyers and doctors. You
Right.
make sure that you stay current to what's happening in
Correct.
terms of the sport. So
Right.
I was attending a tennis certification in Los Angeles. I believe it was at Huntington Beach, one
Okay.
of the country clubs, one of the clubs there in Huntington Beach. And there were maybe 200 to 300 to 400 of us uh, tennis players. And there was a gentleman said, we want to introduce you all to pickleball. This is the up and coming sport, and it is going to be popular. And so
Wow.
myself and maybe several other coaches, we were like, oh, we want to check this out. When the other coaches saw the wiffle ball and the paddle, they was sort of laughing. And we kind of, when I see many of them now, they said, Linda, you saw it, didn't you? I
Well,
said, well, I thought that I had the feeling, and certainly was from above, that pickleball was going to be popular. So
right.
I immediately, Mary, got involved with pickleball, but I actually began my opportunity to teach pickleball and really learn how to play was given to me here in the Palm Springs area, in the
God,
Coachella Valley area. Yeah, absolutely,
I
just fabulous.
I
It's
know when
grown
we spoke,
so much.
it's about
Sometimes I'm going like, this is the fastest growing sport
it
that I
is.
have ever witnessed in my lifetime.
And
It's
you know,
just tremendous.
Linda, I'm gonna have to learn how to play because we talked about this, for a couple of years now, and
Yes,
I
yes.
still have never played. I don't know how to play. I mean, I know I play tennis, but I've never played.
Okay.
But I have a feeling that once I learn, I'm gonna be like everybody else. Everybody I know that knows how to play loves it.
It
They,
is. It's a lot of fun.
they
It's a
love
lot of fun. Well, that is the question, Mary. One of the question is whether pickleball can become a major spectator sport
it. Right,
because it's so much fun. Will people actually pay money to go see pickleball, just like they do golf and tennis,
right.
basketball, football? That is an issue. And Mary, at
Mm,
this point in time of my life, I'm sort of pickleball is so much fun. To make pickleball into a spectator sport, it's going to have to be a little bit more dynamic and spectacular. You
oh,
can have fun, and you can have a lot of fun, and there
right,
are a lot of people playing pickleball
right,
and having fun. But would you want to play to have fun? So pickleball is going to have to become more dynamic in terms of athleticism, in terms of the manner and the way they're playing some different tricks or something that's going to be spectacular.
oh,
Like with basketball, Mary, it's the dunk.
it's
In
yeah,
tennis, it's all the movement and running
yeah,
around and all just jumping here and there and
yeah,
all over the place. That's how uh, tennis and football, same thing.
right.
So will there be an opportunity for that in pickleball? It is going to have to change. Is it going to become a spectator sport? In my book, Mary, which is Never Limit Yourself, and
Right.
we were talking about it. Here's my book,
Yeah.
bestseller. I'm claiming it, and it's one that is a major issue
Right.
because at this point in time, pickleball definitely, Mary, in my opinion, is the fastest growing and probably
It is.
uh, just many people are playing pickleball
Mhm.
more so than I would say any other sport,
Well,
especially in the United States of America.
well, I know your book, Never Limit Yourself. Why did you name your book, Never Limit Yourself?
Oh, that's fabulous, Mary. I named the book Never Limit Yourself because I grew up in Alabama, Mary. When I grew up in Alabama, little girl, and of course we had the bombings and the various
Yeah.
situations in the 50s, so forth and so on. And I, as I began to play tennis in Alabama, some of the people, especially guys who were interested in dating me, they used to talk to my mom and dad in the grocery store and said, "We talked to Linda. We want to date Linda. She always on the tennis court and so forth and so on." They said she loves tennis and she's having such a great time playing tennis. And they said, "Well, only white folk play tennis." And we are like, huh? And my mom and dad was like, she's not white for sure. so so we limit ourselves. Back in the
Mm.
South, I guess, in many people's mind, wasn't supposed to be playing tennis. I
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be playing golf, but I did. So to me, we limit ourselves. Sometimes, well, I'm a female. I can't do this. Well, yeah, maybe some things you can, but there are many things that you can.
Exactly.
We limit ourselves sometimes in
Mm.
regards to age, Mary. We
Yeah.
limit ourselves, or stereotypes or so forth and
Yeah.
so on. I can't do this.
Yeah.
I never. No. You can do anything that you put your mind to it. Go out and try. So I thought it was many, many names. It was so funny, Mary, because the publishers and the people that helped me to write the book, my editors and various people, they said, Linda, do you have a name for your book? And this was about, they gave me about a day or two. Uh, we need a name. And I was still pondering the name at that time,
Mhm.
Mary. I was like, oh my God. I mean, I had many, many names. And then all of a sudden, it was never limit yourself. I got it. Yay. And I was so excited. I said, why not?
Yes.
Why not? I never fit the mold of what people thought I should do as an African American female from Alabama. So for me, when I first started playing pickleball, Mary, there were very few people look like me. And
Yeah.
they're probably, Mary, at this time, the numbers are definitely increasing. But for a long time, when I was starting playing pickleball, it would be myself on the court that
Yep.
looked like me.
Yep.
Only up until about 2 or 3 years ago, Mary, that it changed. But at most of the people in pickleball, and I would laugh and smile. I would go and play pickleball wherever I would play, and those people say, "Oh, Linda, come on and join me." So I joined those people who were excited about having me, and so I learned that from the deep south.
Yeah.
So it's been a quite a beautiful journey for me.
Good for you.
So
Good
I'm
for you.
my whole idea, Mary, is that if whatever your dream is or whatever you want to accomplish,
Right.
go out there and try. But
Come
if you
on.
limit yourself, you will never get there because you would say, "Hey, I was raised in Alabama, and there were not many played tennis or however it may be because there were just a few." So for me, I'm just so excited about the name Mary, and I just see it every day when I go and speak to schools or colleges or wherever I'm speaking. I
Right.
always tell them, whatever it is you want to do, go for it. The sky's the limit.
I love it. I know we have a comment from Oliver. He says, "Hi, Linda. Welcome to the show. Thank you for your expertise on the subject of pickleball and tennis. And tennis. Great show." As he wanted to tell you. He's
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And pickleball. And I've been out there a long time, married, and people look at me, and I don't really tell my age, but I believe me, I've been out there quite a number of years, and the reason why is been those sports. I don't teach full time anymore,
right.
but I do travel around the country and around the world, and I would teach a number of hours. When I was in tennis, I taught all day. I would start at like 6 or 7 in the morning and go to 6, 7, 8 at night. And
Wow.
so, yes, so It's been amazing. But now I want to make an impact because
Hmm.
what's happening in the racket sports industry, there are a number of racket sports that are coming up, Mary. It's no longer, if you would go to the country club and would say tennis and golf. It's not going to say tennis and golf anymore. It's going to say golf and racket sports. And
Oh,
that's going to be inclusive of pickleball. There's a new sport coming along called padel, and it may include racquetball. It's no longer, the name tennis is no longer there as it was. You're still going to see golf, but tennis has all the racket sports like pickleball, and that major difference, Mary,
that
has
is.
occurred because of pickleball and
Wow.
the growth of pickleball. So
Mhm.
people are playing just a number of other racket sports. Squash is one, racquetball. Padel is going, and I'll talk to you later about Padel, but that's one that's up and coming. So
Wow.
there are a lot of changes that are occurring,
Right.
and the reason why I did my first book, and of course I am writing some additional books as well as we're speaking, but
Right.
but when I look at the name and you see my book and you see the pickleball paddle and the tennis racket, it's because I saw that vision that those sports, all those racket sports, we're going to incorporate. Tennis is going to be incorporated into all those racket sports, and that happened, Mary, about a year ago.
Wow.
And
No,
the major impact of that. Now, tennis,
yeah,
the
but we
tennis
still need
community,
tennis.
not
We still need
necessarily
tennis.
happy
Yeah.
about what's happening, but that's what happened. Life changes. My dad often said, Mary, he said, he used to tell us all, I have uh, four sisters and one brother. My dad was a big sport person, and he said, life changes. Be prepared for changes, modification. Be prepared. Whatever you need to do, then you need to move on to that next step. Don't limit yourself. I can't use the computer. Yes, you can. And so it just take an effort to move
Good.
forward and get those things accomplished. So we're in a different world right now,
Yeah.
so
No, you're
tennis has
right.
been, many of your tennis courts, Mary,
Uh-huh.
have been turned into pickleball courts, like
They
here in
have.
the Palm Springs, Coachella Valley area, which
Uh-huh.
all this area is considered to be Riverside County,
Right.
where I am. We're, whether it's Palm Springs, Palm Desert, whether it's Rancho Mirage,
That's right.
Desert Hot Springs, there are
Riverside
about
County.
8 different cities here,
Uh-huh.
and pickleball. Most of your parks, and of course you have tons of country clubs here, Mary,
Yeah.
and most of those places, there may be 2 or 3 tennis courts, and most of those courts have been turned into pickleball courts. They have an excess number of pickleball courts, and that is around the country, Mary,
Wow.
and possibly even happening around the world.
But what's interesting though, I mean, tennis is an Olympic sport. So here you have an Olympic sport up against a non-Olympic sport, and the non-Olympic sport is starting to dominate the space that
That's
the
right,
Olympic
Mary.
sport is. That does. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Well, that has been the issue, and there have been a lot of still is. Happened when pickleball first came about and gained the popularity
Yes.
about 2 or 3 years ago. There were all type of city council meetings and so forth and so on, and it,
Yeah.
it, it is huge. What I tell people, Mary, I coach both sports. I love both sports.
Mhm.
There's room for both sports. I wish there was an opportunity, Mary, for both sports to work together. That would be my goal and objective. I know each one has their own agenda,
Right.
but sometimes in life, I use the analogy, Mary, when I go to any of the meetings.
Uh-huh.
Some people say, "Well, you can only play tennis, or you can play pickleball." No, no, I can play whatever I want to play, Mary. I can play football. I can play basketball. I can play whatever I want to play. I'm not gonna let you limit me. No, 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 no. People say, "Oh, we didn't think about." No, they all sports. They
That's true.
all help. I want to ride a bike. You're not gonna tell me that I can't ride a bicycle. I can go buy a bicycle, ride. What are you telling me? So that's what happened. It was like tennis people were saying, "Oh, well, you love tennis, and you going, yeah, I'm going to pickleball. I can go to what if I want to play squash? I can. So no, you're not gonna limit me. You're not going to limit me. And the more I think about it, it was certainly God sent because of the name, Mary. I said, no, no, no. And that's what happened with tennis. And so, I'm excited about both. And
Yeah.
again, I want to create programs where when I teach pickleball, Mary, normally I get lessons in tennis and vice versa. And so that's where I stand with those kind of things,
Okay.
Mary. I think they're all good sports, and it's all about health and maintaining the body, Mary. So it's all good.
Well, now you offer coaching. If
I
someone is
do.
interested, okay, why don't you let us know how they can get in contact with you? If there may be somebody that's interested in learning and you want them to learn correctly.
Absolutely. So
Okay.
my website is www.paulding, Paulding, love, LOVE, tennis, TENNIS.com. Now, so I was in tennis. This is my website 20 some years ago. But with that, I didn't know anything about pickleball when I developed the website, but my website is the same. And then I have no problem if persons want to my cellular number that I use for my business as well is
Okay.
415-676-9464. So you can reach me. And if you go to my website, if you pull up my name, I've been on a number of talk shows and just Ida Desert, just a number of programs, radio programs talking about pickleball and the growth of pickleball and how tennis and pickleball can coexist together.
Well, we have a
So,
comment here from actually my wonderful, hi, beautiful sister-in-law. Her name is Tanya Dossman Welch, and she said she played a little tennis in high school, and now I'm going to try pickleball out.
okay, okay.
Thank you for sharing such good information. Hi, Tanya. She's in Atlanta. That's
Hello,
what she
Tanya. Atlanta. Oh my gosh. Uh,
said.
for so long at Alta. Alta is the big tennis organization, Mary, that they have all kind of playing programs in Atlanta, Georgia. Now I was wondering how that was going to work in Atlanta because pickleball is popular in Atlanta as well.
Well,
So
well, double check
yes,
that. Linda, did I get that correct? I have pauldinglovestennis.com.
uh-huh, that's
Okay,
correct.
and here's your phone
Uh-huh.
number too. So, audience, those of you, if you're interested in being and talking to the expert pickleball coach that we have here, Linda, and I mean well traveled, knows tennis or pickleball. You may want to, maybe you want to learn tennis. Either
Well,
one.
I taught a number of celebrities. Some of the
Oh,
names I can't
oh,
disclose, but I
you're
know regarding some of the others. I taught a number of different football and basketball players, and Bo Jackson, and so forth, so on. It's been tremendous in terms of one of the sites. Some of the different ones was at the big event we had for Serena, the Desert Smash, which is a celebrity event to raise money for various inner city programs and other programs. It's been a real amazing journey for me in
mm,
terms of tennis. I started in tennis, and I still love tennis, and I still play tennis, but the majority of my lessons, Mary, are in
mhm,
pickleball. I get a lot of people who want to learn pickleball. That's the majority of my business. And I was really blessed as I wrote the book last year. I was in Martha's Vineyards last year, uh,
uh-huh.
and I taught. I had just published my book, and I taught tennis and pickleball there. And I did a number of book signages at Martha's Vineyards, at the library, and other locations. And
Okay.
Martha Vineyards is just a wonderful place to be for the summer. Every organization be it whatever it may be, it's there. Smithsonian Institute there, the HBCUs, the Division One universities.
Wow.
Everybody's in Martha's Vineyards, and you know what's amazing about it is that many of the people in Martha's Vineyards, Mary, are very, very wealthy. We all catching the bus, all of us catching the bus together because it's so crowded there. So they're catching, and you might be sitting next to whomever, you know, Justin Bieber, or I'm just whomever you know, names you might want to call. Certainly, I don't think you say like Rihanna, some of those are Jay-Z, but so many people there, just so warm, and so many activities going
Oh,
on there. The film festivals, uh,
wow.
all of your organizations, your Fortune 500 companies, all those companies are there, and it just, oh my gosh, it's just a plethora of oh my gosh, people just there. It's just tremendous. I really enjoyed being in Martha's Vineyards last summer. And it's difficult to find a place to stay, Mary, and it's very
Uh-huh.
expensive to find a place to stay there during the summer.
Oh, I believe it. I believe
In
it.
the summer, the summer, several summers ago, I was in the Hamptons.
Right.
So my pickleball has taken me to some very elite communities. One of the places I taught in the Hamptons, they had just built their uh, pickleball courts, and they said, "Can you come? We want you to open our courts." And I
Mhm.
said, "Sure, I'll be there." That's how I end up in the Hamptons. But what has been the key thing for me, Mary, is that wherever I go, I
Uh-huh.
always I have a certification or a license. You know, I know that if I'm going to get hired, going to be considered, they are going to. I'm going to need. I don't know about anybody else, but I know I need a certification. So from the start, I always receive my license and certification, and so several of the different country club owners and those persons, they said that was, you know, that was great of you to do that. And I was able to get prime jobs because they wanted someone that knew what they were doing. You
Right.
can't go and take a test and the written test and then the on court test unless you know what you're doing. So
Oh,
I was
yeah.
very, very proud, and it was an honor to have a certification for those sports. And it's taken me around the world. So it's
Wow.
just been an amazing journey for me.
Well, I
Absolutely.
can tell you.
And I got a chance. I got a chance to work with Venus Serena. I mean, we have to mention
Wow.
that. I worked with them years ago, and I know everybody saw the movie King Richard. I
Right.
worked with them in New York, and I was for their mom and dad, for especially I was like a confidant for them, and would give them advice about many things, and you know, whether it's on court or just in general.
Right.
But I worked with them when they were pretty much around 10, 11, 12, even
Wow.
to the teens. And I also, I'm excited about, got an opportunity, Mary, to work with our Vice President, Kamala Harris. Now, when I worked with her,
Woo.
I was working with the government,
Uh-huh.
and I actually, she was her first position was district attorney in San Francisco, and that was around 2002, 3, 4,
Right.
somewhere around that time.
Right.
Before Katrina, I received it. It was her mother and I in the office most of the time. They say, "You work with Kamala?" I said, "Yes, I know Kamala. She won. She ran for district attorney twice, and then on to attorney general, on to senator, and of course vice president."
Correct.
And got a chance to work with our governor, current governor Gavin Newsom. All this was in San Francisco, and I was working for the federal government at the time, the Department of Education. So
Wow.
I've had some experiences as well, and you know, as soon as I got an opportunity, I said goodbye, and I'm going in my passion of tennis full time, and I
Uh-huh.
end up coming to Los Angeles around 2000, end of 2008, 9, 10, and began my full-time teaching job of teaching, being a professional tennis coach.
Wow.
And then here in 2000, which was the pandemic, was
Uh-huh.
1920, I began to teach here right before the pandemic, about a year or two before that. I was in Los Angeles and here, sort of going back and forth. So it's been an amazing journey. I've worked with a lot of people. I see them on TV and they say, Linda, why you didn't go into politics and all? I said, I am, but in a different way on the court.
Right. Right. Well,
So it's been an amazing journey, Mary.
I can
I'm
tell
so
you.
thankful to God above. You
Tanya
know?
said that there's tons of public pickleball, no, numerous pickleball courts here in Atlanta. That's what she said. So
Oh, for sure.
they're
I did.
already. I mean, she's because like she said, she already has a background in tennis. But I'll be honest, I've only just recently. I think I started hearing it, and now I'm paying more attention to
Yes, yes,
pickleball. And now
yes,
I'm starting to see it more and more. I'm hearing about it more and more. Maybe just it's on the radar more and more. Even
yes.
when I watch TV, I hear about it more. And
Absolutely.
yeah,
It's
it,
huge.
it has picked up without a doubt. There's
Yeah.
definitely
And
something
one of the
going.
main things that's happening also, Mary, is that golf has been your sport where you have fundraisers for
Yes,
golf. If you're uh,
yes.
trying to do a program for
Yes.
children or whatever it may be to
Uh-huh.
raise money for the Jim Jones High School or college or whatever it may be,
Hmm.
it always pretty much was golf. Go out and play. But pickleball is that element now. They said we're going to have a pickleball tournament instead of a golf tournament. So pickleball not only affected, we talked about tennis, but some of the other sports as well.
Right, right,
Because
right.
golf was a huge, now pickleball is the huge fundraising sports where people would go. Most of the people, Mary, there are four people that play pickleball.
Uh-huh.
Whereas a lot, that's another thing. Whereas in golf, you have a foursome. Pickleball, rarely do you find two people playing pickleball, Mary. Most of the time, it's four people. And that has been huge as well. And that has created the popularity. So, in other words, in tennis, you might have two people playing quite a bit. Whereas in pickleball, there are four, I would say 90 some percent of the people, there are four people that play. Rarely you will find two people playing pickleball.
Right. Every time
Uh,
I've seen
and
it, Linda, I've always seen four. I never even knew two played. I've always seen
I,
four.
I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about pickleball. So, yeah, so that is created. That's another thing because many people are having fun it's so many. And when I teach at the Marriott, the Ritz Carlton, all the various places that I teach, wherever I go, so many families come out. Maybe two or three people may know. There may be 20 of them,
Right.
and I would do a lesson with a family birthday party or Christmas
Uh-huh.
party, whatever it is, 20, 30 people. And I've taught so many pickleball, but I made sure they had fun. And
Right.
it wasn't so much about you being the best, but you're having fun with each other and creating an environment together where you can coexist
Right.
and won't be, it just be a little simple steps to take, and you're on your way. Quick learning curve,
Wow.
Mary.
Well,
It's
I
been
can tell you,
fantastic.
Tanya says, as the new construction of homes being built in Atlanta, the
Uh-huh.
amenities now have pickleball courts.
That's it. That's true.
Now you
And
know that's
and
saying something.
before Mary, it was tennis and might have
Yeah,
been basketball too.
yeah,
Pickleball affected some other sports as well, but not to the degree as it affected tennis courts because you can take one tennis court and turn it into four pickleball courts, and
right.
they're so closely related. I call them
Yeah.
cousins.
Uh-huh.
But one of the things that I emphasize, Mary, I tell people this: there's McDonald's, there's Burger King, Mary,
Mhm.
there's
Uh-huh.
In and Out Burger,
Yeah. Yeah.
all those places, Cars Jr.
Yeah.
Now, In and Out Burger is the popular hamburger for right now.
Hmm.
But, Mary, In and Out Burger is not going to put McDonald's out of business.
Nope.
It's not going to put Cars Jr. out of business.
Nope.
Children still love McDonald's.
Yep.
They would die for McDonald's children. So but if you go anywhere, Mary, and you know that in Riverside, there's a car line about 2 or 3 blocks long, at In-N-Out Burger.
Yep.
Their cars are lined up, but they are not going to put any other sport out of business.
Nope.
They are just the one that's popular now. That's the situation going. I talk about it in my book in length, and people say, "Oh, that's a great analogy." You know,
Yep.
basketball is not going out of business because of pickleball.
Nope.
Tennis is not going. They still going to have the U.S. Open. They're playing in Paris now. They hadn't stopped because of pickleball. Oh, pickleball, we got to stop. No, no. Golf has not stopped because of pickleball. You understand what I'm saying, Mary?
Nope.
So again, how another question people ask me, how long do you think this pickleball craze and all that kind of thing? I said, yeah, that's a very good question. Mary, I can speculate
Mhm.
on it, but now nothing is going to be popular forever. It's just like a marriage, or whatever we're doing in life. After a while, you go, okay, yeah, you're my husband, you're my wife, whatever, you know. But I would say that I would give pickleball, Mary, I would say at least 5 years, 5 more years of popularity to this degree, Mary, and I don't think it would be. And many companies talk to me. They say, well, they are taking and turning pickleball courts everywhere. They've even taken away some basketball courts or whatever. I
Right.
said the situation is going to happen, Mary, is that after a while you're going to have to turn those courts back into something else, and it costs money. It's going to cost money because you're spending all your money on pickleball. That's not too
Yeah.
smart. I
Well,
think you need to leave some room for basketball because people
exactly.
still playing basketball. You need to leave some room for tennis. You need to leave some room for squash. You need to leave some room for ping pong, whatever the sports may be.
Right.
And that is my
They can.
sort of take
It's
on that. I give it
it's
another
really, yeah,
5 years.
because what you're really saying is they can all coexist.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to
Exactly.
be one or the other. And
Exactly.
that's what people are
Exactly,
doing, is acting like this is the rage, and like the other sports don't matter, probably because they've been around so long. But
that's
the
true,
truth
Mary.
is, like
That's
Tanya
true.
just said, it has its season, and its season is in season now. Thank you, Tanya. You're right. Right now, this is the pickleball season. It's not.
Yes, it
It
is.
doesn't last forever, like you said, Linda. Nothing lasts forever.
No, it doesn't. And that's what I told some of the country clubs,
Mhm.
because when I came here, I was at a number of country club because people are always looking for somebody certified,
Okay.
that have a license. And again, my mom said, whatever you do, get your credentials.
Right.
You get your educational credentials, and nobody can limit you. Nobody can, because people are always looking. A lot of people, they out bootlegging, Mary. They just out there and they're teaching. They don't have one license or anything. Oh, I don't need. Someone tell me, oh, then I don't need to get a license. Well, okay, but I'm going to go get mine. I just smile and keep going. People can do what, Mary. I don't know what you are, who you know, but I know what I need to do. I need to
Yeah.
go get mine. so, Mary, I tell people all the time, growing up in the South, you learn, hey, you go get yours.
Yes. Because people will tell you something, but then turn around sometime, they'll have their license. You don't have your license.
Exactly. They don't want. Once you have your license, people will
Yes,
sort
yes.
you out, Mary. That's how I became very, very popular, getting the chance to go to Martha Vineyards, and I had several places wanted me to come this summer. I'm still
Yeah.
sort of making a decision, but one of the things I wanted to do this time, Mary, is promote my book. I really need to get out there and promote my
Oh,
book. That's
please,
my
please
goal.
put it up
If I
again,
go
Linda.
anywhere, I want to go there for a short period of time. I really want to travel and promote my book. And
Okay.
so when I was in Alabama when you called, and that I was telling my family, and they said, you're going to go. They want me back various places, and Florida especially. And I told them, I said, I really need to promote my book while, it's still relatively new.
Right.
So I'll see what I can do in terms of that as well.
Okay.
But can truly say it's been an amazing journey for me, Mary.
Yeah.
An amazing journey in terms of opportunities
Yeah.
in terms of beautiful places. I've gone to some of the most beautiful country clubs in the world, and I
Wow.
might have been the only one look like me there.
Yeah.
Damn it, only one look like me there. And when I say look like me there, I mean
Yeah.
that certain positions or whatever it may be.
Mhm.
But I wherever I go, I from the South, I'm very talkative, but I'm also very friendly, and so I smile to people, and I enjoy pickleball, tennis. I enjoy all those sports,
Right.
and I still love tennis. I love pickleball, and so I'm just enjoying life, Mary. So wherever it takes me, I just go. And one of the most important things that I can tell anybody
Hmm.
is that you need to, if you can, have an exercise program. If it's no more than walking,
Yeah.
walking is fabulous. I know I teach pickleball and tennis, and those are fantastic. But walking and that pool, getting out in the pool, walking in the water. Of course, you want to be in a pool, walk in a pool where the water's maybe walking in an area like most of the pools here about 4 or 5 feet. You don't
Right.
go try to walk in 19 feet of water, but
Right.
that's one of the most rewarding things in my life. I enjoy a walk, and then the swim pool. There, bicycle is great. You have so
Yeah.
many sports, Mary, that
Right.
people enjoy diving. There are many, but I can truly say that those exercises have been tremendous in my life, and that one of the things that's helped me also is I stretch a lot. I
Uh,
do a lot of people call it Pilates, Mary. They
uh-huh.
call it many things. I call it stretching. I may stretch my body all type of ways for about an hour.
Wow.
People refer to it in many ways, and I tell them for me it's just stretching, especially as you're maturing.
Right.
As you're maturing, you want to really stretch that body, and do a lot of great exercises in
Right.
terms of that. And that has been tremendous in my life, whether I'm playing golf, when I'm playing pickleball, tennis, or whatever it may be.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Can you believe it's been an hour, Linda?
I told you, I when you spoke of that, I said, "Gosh," and we probably haven't even covered many other things. Uh,
It
but
has
but
been an
but
hour. We have 2 minutes left.
I know, Mary. I know. Is there someone else, Mary? Because I can talk forever. I love what I do. When you love what you do, Mary, it's I can talk about it forever. I
Oh,
love pickleball. I love tennis. I know both of those sports well. But look out, you're going to see racket sports. When you coming into a country club, it may say golf and it's going to say racket sports. That's
right,
going to be inclusive of a many other type. It may even be bocce ball. So
right.
life is changing quite a bit. It won't be tennis out there as much.
Okay.
Yes. Now we're still playing tennis. It's just that tennis is inclusive with all the other racket sports.
Okay. Well,
They
I
all
want
are
to, I
considered
want
to
to,
be racket sports.
I want to thank you for being on the show today, Linda. I really do appreciate your coming on because now you've definitely perked my interest in pickleball. Like I said, Oliver already plays tennis, but I think pickleball is
Yes,
something we could definitely play together. But I want to thank you for introducing it
sure.
to me because I never really paid attention until the two of us spoke. But I do hope that you come back again sometime and share with us.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
can you hold the book up really quickly? We have about
Sure.
30
And,
seconds.
and I'll come back and talk about there's gonna be some new sports out and probably may have another book next time here.
Okay. Okay. This is the book, ladies and gentlemen. Never Limit Yourself. I'm so proud of her. I'm going to go online right now and order it. I am just really, really happy. Linda, thank you for coming on the show. We
Thank
really
you.
do
And
appreciate it.
when you go online and order, do give me a nice shout out. I would love to have a review. I thank you so
Okay.
much. I was so busy, Mary, from last year. I didn't have an opportunity to promote my book. So
Oh,
right now, this is my golden objective. It was interesting that you called me right, and they said you just said. I said I got to get out there and promote
yeah,
my book.
because the system's going to shut us both down. It's like,
I know it.
Okay.
All right,
Take
Mary.
care. And
It's
thank
been
you,
fantastic, Mary.
Matt,
Wishing you the
Angela,
best.
and
Blessings
Antonio.
to you, Mary. You're doing a
Thank
great
you.
job, Mary.
Oh,
Take care,
thank
Mary.
you. Thank
Bye
you.
bye now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.